Hello everybody, welcome to iDPS. iDPS means I diagnose and proffer solutions. My name is Olumayewa Victor Ogunsola, and I've got something very interesting for everybody today. So are you a graduate in any part of the world and you have tried looking for a job, but you have not gotten a job after graduating from the university? Or perhaps you are not a graduate because you didn't have the opportunity to go to school, but you were working for someone and you've been thinking about starting your own business, okay? Or maybe you are actually thinking, but if these guys are having their own business and they are happy and making profit in their own business, why can't I do the same? So today's lecture, or shall I say talk, will be very important for everybody who is aspiring to become an entrepreneur. So today's talk would be challenging our entrepreneurial mindset. So if you come with me to the whiteboard, I'll tell us exactly what I have for us today. It's there, as you can see. 25 inexpensive business ideas you can start today. And I mean right now. So when I talk about these businesses, we're trying to kick out the excuses. To build your entrepreneurial mindset, you've got to kick out the excuses. After all, we say, if it's not important to you, you will make an excuse. If it's important to you, you will find a way. So, and I hope that at the end of this talk that we are having today, 25 different business ideas, and all 25 business ideas are not expensive to start. I hope that at the end of this talk, you will not be making an excuse, rather you will find a way to start one of these businesses. So if you go with me to the whiteboard, again, I have for us today something very important: 25 inexpensive business ideas to start now. Not to start tomorrow, not to start later, but the time to start is now. It's also interesting that I must inform us that these business ideas, or starting these business ideas, will vary from one business environment to the other. Because as you know, all business environments are not the same. So some business environments are politically stable, some business environments are economically stable, some business environments are socially stable, technologically stable, legally stable, and environmentally stable. And in some business environment, these elements are being disturbed at the moment. But when you look at these 25 different non-expensive business ideas, you must be able to identify that business idea that you can start in your location right now. You must, or you should rather, be able to identify that business idea that you have a passion for. And then the time to start is now. It's enough of you being unemployed. The time to get yourself into the right job where you own your own business, that time is now. So, business idea number one, it's not expensive to start, and it's a cleaning company. Starting a cleaning company is not expensive to start at all. Perhaps all you need is to get the Hoover machine, some cleaning tools like a cleaning brush, cleaning towels, and some cleaning sprays or detergents. And then you are up for your first service. How do you go about this? Maybe what you can do is to get a little piece of paper and put your cleaning service details in there. So for example, ABC Cleaning Services, a trial will convince you. And put your phone number or your email address and drop this in your immediate neighborhood. And then before you know it, you have customers or clients contacting you for cleaning services. Okay? Please note again that this might work in some countries and this may not work in some countries. Before you start dropping letters of such into people's homes, please check what works in your location. In some countries, this could be seen as illegal. in some countries, there's nothing wrong with doing this. It's a legal practice. So please check and you can do that. So that's you rendering house-to-house cleaning services. That's you starting your own business very small. And as business grows, you can begin to bring others on board, and these others will become your employees. For example, maybe you're cleaning and you already have 7 clients in a week, and then you think, oh, I cannot do more. I have 7 houses I'm cleaning in a week. And you get 3 more customers. Then you can always call somebody to come and be your partner or to be your employee, and you can send them to clean house A or house B and pay them for their services. Of course, when you do this, you make sure that you already vetted this person rightly so that you do not send a criminal to your customer or client's house. So, business idea, cleaning company. Maybe not just houses. Maybe you are cleaning the restaurants after they close, or you're cleaning the shops after they close, or you're cleaning the mall after they close. So, that's number 1. Number 2, inexpensive business idea that you can start now is that you can be a tour guide now. Are you living in a city? Okay, maybe this doesn't work for everyone, but are you living in a city where there's a lot of tourism? Then you can be a tour guide. All it takes is to advertise yourself as a tour guide, and then when tourists come into the city, you can take them around. You can show them where to get the cabs or the taxis. You can show them all the interesting locations in your cities and where to eat what. So being a tour guide is inexpensive business idea to start. Also, mind you, you may need a license to be a tour guide. You have to check that with your city council wherever you are living in. Thank you very much. Pardon me, please. Number 3, inexpensive business idea is that you can be a private tutor. Okay, you can teach from mathematics to musical instruments to languages. Yes, that's what private tutoring is about. You can advertise yourself in your areas of expertise and people can contact you. So it could be a private tutor where you have to go to their houses and teach them, or it could be a private tutor where they have to come to you and you teach them, or it could be that you meet in a neutral ground, maybe in some library or in some park, and you can deliver the lessons. Like I said, it could be languages, it could be subject expertise, mathematics or chemistry, or it could even be musical instrument. Okay, you are teaching somebody, you are helping someone to achieve their learning needs, and you're getting paid for that. Private tutor, business idea number 3. Business idea number 4, delivery service. Okay, you can be the private DHL, or you can be the private post office. Okay, so there are a lot of people who cannot leave their house. Maybe they are elderly or they are sick, but they need to get something from point A to point B. You can be that courier service or delivery services, and you can help them pick their stuff from point C and bring it back to point B. You can do that, yeah? Delivery service. It's so also you may need to be registered for this. You have to check that with your local authority, please, yeah? Number 5 there, catering services, okay? This is fantastic because in the summer, you could be supplying ice creams and hot dogs and nate, yeah? In the summer. And once it's winter, you could be the same one supplying tea and coffee and again hot dogs. Okay, so you could do that having a caravan. You could do that going from one place to the other. Okay, in your ice cream van, or you could do that having a very small shop. Okay, so this catering service is there are parties and meetings, and there are schools, and there are offices around. You can be the caterer supplying the catering needs for all these organizations that I have mentioned. Okay, so catering services, it is an inexpensive business idea to start. You can start small and grow your catering business from there. Okay, idea number 6 is laundry service. Okay, so you can be the laundry man or the laundry lady. You go to the houses, pick up the laundries, and then you say, I've picked it up now, I'm returning them in 48 hours or the next day, and then you go and dry clean the laundries, iron them, and then bring it back to your clients. Okay, for this particular service, perhaps you need a washing machine and an iron to start with. Okay, so it's something to explore. Check within your from local council if it's something that you need to register, but it's a fantastic business idea as well. A lot of people are busy and they cannot even do their own laundry. Business idea number 7, unisex hair services. Here you need the skill of hairdressing and then haircuts. Okay, so I said unisex because it's important that you have the skills to handle men's hair and you have the skills to handle the female hair. Okay, and then you can get all the clients as much as possible, and that's a unique service. It could be home service, yeah, or maybe they can come to you. You do not necessarily need to have a salon to start this. If you are unique at what you do, if you've got the expertise at hairdressing or haircuts, people would find you and they would recommend you and they would refer you to their friends, families, and colleagues. Caretaker, there a lot of people are traveling out of the country, out of their state, away from their location, but they've got their properties and they need their properties to be looked after. You might just be that right caretaker to help that gentleman watch over his car while he's away for 6 months, or to help that lady take care of her garden, or to help her take care of her pet while they're away for 1 year. Okay, so caretaker service, it's something you can do. Okay, so it could be taking care of the pets, it could be taking care of the vehicles or properties. Again, you might need some license for that. Maybe you don't need a license for that, but you can surely earn some money from being a caretaker. Number 9 there is babysitter. Okay, so babysitter, a lot of working moms and working dads after baby, they cannot take their baby to work, or maybe they need to spend time together. The parents need to spend some time together, and then they need a babysitter. So if you are train yourself and advertise yourself as a professional babysitter, the business of babysitting will come to you. Okay, I'm sure that in that industry, definitely you need to be licensed, or you need to be you have some high recommendations. So please, that's something to think about, and it's inexpensive business idea that you can start immediately. Of course, for all these business ideas, you have to have a passion. You have to have a passion. If it's cleaning, if it's tour guide, if it's private tutoring, if it's delivery services, catering services, laundry services, unisex hair services, or babysitting or caretaking, you need to have a passion for whatever you do. Okay? Interpreting. That is, you are an interpreter. Absolutely. Perhaps that goes even with being a tour guide, or for anybody. So these people do not hear French language, they cannot speak German language, but you are bilingual or multilingual, and then you can help people translate or interpret their documents, or then have an interview in that language, and you can go with them and interpret to them. And that's another inexpensive business idea. Number 11 is the IT consultant. Everybody these days has got a laptop, and all laptops at one point or the other gets faulty. So you might be the local laptop repairer in the community, or you might be the one that can design websites for small businesses in the community, or you might be the ones that can help people to install their softwares on their computers, and therefore you're an IT consultant. Okay, here you just need to master the IT skills. And the like they say, practice makes perfect. Okay, you don't have to know it all, but you can actually learn on the job as well, and then you become an IT consultant, and that's something you can start right now. Instead of sitting at home and saying, I don't have a job, I've been looking for a job for years. If you are very good with information technology, if you are very good with gadgets, maybe you can be the IT consultant. Another business idea, number 12, is that you can be an interior designer. So a lot of people don't have time, and they've just rented a new home, but they don't have time. You can take the contract from them and say, hey, hello, I can help you design your home, and you help them select from curtains to bed sheets to sofas, and you give the house an entire lovely makeup. And then for you, an interior designer, and this is an inexpensive business idea, and all you need to do is to create your own niche market. And once you have your own niche market, business will come to you, because people will refer you. Imagine I come to my friend's house and it's all looking nice. I'm going, very nice decor. How did you do this? And then it says, oh, John down the road did that for me, or Susan next street did that for me. Immediately I want to get the contact of John or Susan, so that when next I want to give my house an upgrade in terms of interior designing, they will be the one to do the job. Okay. Number 13, you have carpentry or furniture maker. That you need to acquire some skills to make the furniture. Furniture making can range from sofas to the bed, to the doors, to the wardrobes, okay? And that's a skill. If you can acquire the skill of carpentry or furniture maker, you are in business. Also, perhaps you do not have to acquire the skill. If you can find a very skillful carpenter or a very skillful furniture maker, you can be the consultant in the background. So you get people who need those furnitures, you get them to pay you, and you ask exactly what they want, and then you go to this furniture maker or carpenter, and you ask them to make up to the standard of what the client wants, okay, according to specification of the client, and then they make it for you. You pay them. Of course, you already have some profit, and then you deliver to the client. It's as simple as that, okay? So maybe you've met a client, and this client is saying, I want you to make me a sofa, and they give their specifications, and you charge them, I'm making examples now, and you charge them, say, for example, $1,000. That's an example, yeah? And they pay you the $1,000. You go to this furniture guy and you tell them exactly what the client wants, and you say, how much does it cost? And you reach an agreement, and the guy is getting $800 for it. You have just made a profit of $200, okay? So you can be the carpenter or furniture maker. Also, you can be an agricultural entrepreneur. It could be poultry, it could be fish farming, it could be cattle rearing, it could be crop farming, okay? Agriculture sells. Agriculture is profitable, and you don't have to start big. You can start small. I tell you, if you put 2 male goats and 2 female goats to start with, if you put them together to start with, I bet it with you in a couple of months you're going to have maybe 8 goats or 10 goats, because they would have been reproduction, and then you have more goats, okay? So this is a profitable business, okay? So think about that, agricultural entrepreneurship, okay? You could also be an health carer. A lot of us are busy in the cities, and we don't have time as much as we want to look after our parents. But if we find qualified health carers, when I use the word qualified, they don't have to be a nurse or a doctor, but people who can really take care of old people or disabled people, maybe because they have one training or the other, or maybe because somebody has referred them, we are able to let them take care of our loved ones. So if you can get into that inexpensive business idea, and you acquire some training on how to take care of old people or disabled or people with special needs, and then that will be a business idea to explore and exploit. Another one is event planner. People are having weddings, people are having meetings, people are having anniversaries, clubs are having end of the year parties, and then you can be the one planning all these events, okay? And then maybe you need a skill, maybe you need a license. Please explore and then go into that business straight up. Another one is to have a bed and breakfast. So you're living in a 3-bedroom flat, but you live alone, and then you have 2 empty rooms. Do you know that you can use these 2 other rooms out for tourists? But of course, you have to check to make sure that this is secure. you have to check to make sure that you're not bringing weirdos into your house. So that's a business idea. Please, you have to check that with the security to make sure that you're doing the right things. Yeah? But then maybe you don't have to live there. Okay, I think I should say straight away, bed and breakfast. You have a 3-bedroom flat somewhere, instead of renting it and getting monthly income or annual income. Maybe if it's in an area that's buzzing for tourism, maybe then you want to turn that into a bed and breakfast. Maybe that helps you to make more money. Gardener, okay? If you love gardening and you're unemployed, come on, you could be the professional gardener in your area, and everybody's looking up to you to make their garden beautiful, and you get paid for that service, okay? Number 19, security operators, okay? This could be in two ways. It could be that you yourself, you're going to be the security personnel, or you start a security company where you train a couple of people and you supply security operations or security services to your neighborhood. So what you can do is to look for new estates, okay? New estates that is being built, and then you go to the contractors and say, do we need security services in this estate? I can supply it. Also, what you can do, have you seen a new retail shop being built around, and then you can go to this mall or this retail shop and say, I can supply security services when this mall is being built, okay? And that's some service to look out for. Number 20 is tailoring, fashion designing, and craft designing, okay? Of course, we all like to look beautiful. We all like to wear smart clothes and fitted clothes. Therefore, anyone in that service, if you provide quality tailoring services, if you provide quality fashion designing services and quality crafts design services, you will be in business, and there's some money to be made for you in that industry. All you have to do is to be good at what you do, and then people would refer, because people would see that, oh, I really love your jacket. Where did you get it from? Oh, it was made by my fashion designer, and then they can refer people to you. So you need to acquire some skills. You may need to go for some training for that, and you would need maybe a sewing machine, and then you are in business. Inexpensive business idea. Business idea number 21 is car washing and valeting, okay? So you're unemployed. Stop sitting at home. You can wash cars and valet cars. You can clean people's cars and earn some money for that, okay? I don't know how much it's been paid to get a car washed or to valet a car. It will vary from country to country. However, it's lucrative businesses, because people want their cars to be neat. So if you're in that business and you do it effectively, you will be referred. People will refer you to their friends and families and colleagues, and you have a lot of customers, and you can expand your business from there. Business idea number 22, pet care. A lot of people have pets, but they go to work. A lot of people have pets, but they want to go on holiday, and they cannot take their pets on holiday. There you come in, okay? You take care of the dogs and the cats and name it, and you get paid for that. It's a business idea. Business idea number 23, fitness instructor, okay? You can become a personal trainer for people that want to lose weight. You can become a personal trainer for people who want to be more fit, okay? You can do that by home service, going to their homes, or they come to you. Or you can actually attach yourself to a neighborhood gym, and you are a fitness instructor for people, and you get paid for that. Number 24, business idea, social media expert. You can earn money by having your own blog. You can earn money by having your own YouTube videos. You can earn money by making advertisements on Facebook. So when you're a social media expert, the more you attract people to your platform, the more your platform becomes popular, the more organizations then come to you and want to make advertisements on your platform, and then you can make money from your social media platform. Number 25, which is the last one, remember, is 25 inexpensive business ideas to start now, to start right now, is cab driver. Yes, you can be a cab driver. You can be a local cab driver if you have a car, or you can be that cab driver that picks people up at the airport and takes them to their hotels, or pick them from the hotels and take them to the airports. Okay, so you can be a cab driver. Also check if you have to be licensed to do that in the area that you live in. So ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 25 inexpensive business ideas that you can start today. So I'm encouraging us to stop procrastinating. The time to start is now. Remember, an entrepreneur is that one who takes risk. So when you take a risk and start this business idea, you're in it. Okay? And all you have to do is to look at the opportunity, okay? Explore the opportunities and exploit the opportunities. The time to start is now. Thank you very much. 25 inexpensive business ideas you can start now. Thank you very much. So have you enjoyed that topic? Please give me some feedback by sending an email to info@idpsconsults.com. We'd like to hear from you because we want to serve you better. Thank you very much. We'd like to hear from you because we want to keep educating the world. Tell us how we can serve you better and we will improve our services. Thank you very much. You know that I will not go until I talk about my passion for Africa, and that passion is that Africa must develop. So are you an African anywhere in the world? Keep doing everything to promote African unity and keep doing everything to make sure that Africa must develop. AMD, Africa must develop. So in English language, I say thank you. In Dutch language, I say thank you all. In Yoruba language from Nigeria, West Africa, I say eshe o. Bye.